I grew up in the cadet org at the Canyon Oaks Ranch in Los Angeles, California. It's actually in Saugus. It's this beautiful area. It's right next to a reservoir, and it's like surrounded by mountains. It's beautiful. I mean, the environment itself is just stunning. Like, I remember in summers we would have like pool parties and all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, in winter we actually had snow. We had all seasons there, even though it was just an hour from Los Angeles. So we grew up with like a very kind of cultured environment. We had animals, you know, tons of life, you know what I mean? Like trees and different plants, and we had our own gardens, and we grew vegetables and all this kind of stuff. And I guess I would say, like, if I was to describe my experience at the ranch, it was something I would never give up.
The experiences were great. We had awesome camaraderie, a lot of friends. I knew everybody, and it was great. You know, I don't regret any of it because it was actually just a lot of fun. And honestly, when you're an 11-year-old boy, you have so much energy, and you just love it. So there's not an aspect. You know, we didn't have drugs. We didn't have any weird, you know, vice or anything like that. We're kids. You know, we would go to the pool. You know, we were going to go every once in a while. We were able to go out to the, you know, to the LA Zoo. We were able to go to the La Brea Tar Pits, and you know, it was just, you know, we had all these outings, and we were able to go camping and able to go hiking. You know, obviously under, you know, reasonable supervision, but it was just amazing. The entire experience was like, you know, good. Now we're going to do this, and we were like, yay! You know, it's just like.
The boys would be skateboarding or playing football, and the girls would be making up dances, or reading in our room, or riding horses, or going on hikes. But it was fun. Like, we always were entertaining ourselves, and we never were stuck to screens like this generation.
I have some of these fond memories of just, you know, cracking open a watermelon that we grew and just sitting on a railroad tie and just eating, you know, eating the big old watermelon, you know. Or sometimes we would go and, you know, we would have our gardens, we would pick flowers, and I remember we used to put the flowers into like a vase, you know what I mean, and stick them, you know, in our rooms, you know. It was fun. It was like, that was cool. And then, or we go swimming. I mean, we used to go swimming like almost every day, you know, and that was just for fun.
There's horses up there, there was hiking, there was, obviously we had to do school, but yeah, a lot of different activities. It almost felt like we were camping, but with actual living quarters, you know. And you're with all of your friends every day.
We got to take care of the horses ourselves. We'd get guidance from the adults and staff on how to do it. We had a person who was like a professional a smith, and he taught us how to shoe horses and take care of horses, groom their feet, all that stuff. How to ride, everything.
Sometimes they would have babies. Like, you know, like we actually, I think, had about 4, I think there was 4 births, maybe even 5 births. But like, they're like your pet. So of course you would go up and clean out their stall, help feed them. And it was actually kind of fun. Like, you know, we would get apples and carrots sometimes, and going up and being able to feed them and, you know, keeping, you know, taking care of them.
The donkey, we never tied him up. He just walked around, did whatever he wanted. And one time he ended up at the sheriff's department, and the sheriff's like, hey, are you guys missing a donkey? We had to go get him.